Alright, welcome back everybody to the Simple Markets channel. My name is JB. Today, one of my main focuses is just one concept or topic that I want to talk about that I do feel like will speak to a lot of traders who may have been in the smart money space or even just the trading space for a few years now and still not finding consistency. As everybody knows, and many of you out there, it is possible to pass a challenge here and there. It is possible to even get a payout here and there. But one of the biggest issues that most traders struggle with is consistency. They may have these 1 or 2 week periods where they have this euphoric state of everything is perfect, their strategy is going right to plan. They might mentally tell themselves they have followed all their rules and they're being psychologically disciplined and all of these great things, but then followed by a month or two of falling off your rules, not following the plan, going in streaks of drawdown, and this kind of cycle has continued for many for literally years for a lot of people that I talk to and a lot of traders I interact with. But before we dive into it, I want to show an example here from our community. Now, this is Mark P, and just yesterday at 9 p.m. I get a message and it says, "Thank you all. I joined this group 3 months ago, and after 2 years worth of trading, changing strategies, and failing again and again, this group taught me to be consistent and stay disciplined." And then he mentioned, "Thank you, Joseph, for inviting me to the group and all the coaches here." Joseph is another funded member with us, a great trader as well, and he introduced Mark to this group. And just after a few months, he was able to get funded for his first time with Alpha Capital. And now Mark is joining the 52 other funded members in the community. But I do feel that this ratio here, 53 funded members out of our small group of 137, despite being a small community, I do feel like this proves and shows what we do here and what we achieve is honestly something great that I'm happy to be a part of and happy to have started. We have 2 other great coaches here as well, Sven being one of them and Andre being the other. And all 3 of us come from a background of smart money trading where there was a long period of struggling and inconsistency before we started realizing the importance of different topics like we're going to talk about today. So we will pull up my journal here and just show you some of my more recent trades. We're going to go over these 3 today. But more importantly, a sequence of trades on USD CAD, this one, and this one combined, to kind of show you an idea of the simplicity and how the chart should be approached. And then overall, we can still see my equity curve here is growing nice and gradual. We have a great return on the year, and the win rate is a little bit higher than our standard at the moment, which just means we're in a good period of a few months here in the data, with an overall ratio of about 17 wins and 20 losses for an overall gain of about 60%. And of course, keep in mind I risk 2% of my account per trade, so that is a total of roughly 32 RR. Minus commission, fees, and slippage. If I had to talk about or boil down one of the most important topics, and this is something that we teach every single one of our students and really try to drive this concept home, it is the idea of fundamental probabilities in the markets, and this applies to anyone and everyone, no matter the strategy, the time frame, the markets you trade, commodities, indexes, Forex, stock market, whatever it is. Fundamentally speaking, if you are a trader, it boils completely down to probabilities and nothing else. This is especially tough for some of you smart money traders out there to understand, but fundamentally learning more and new concepts every single day and week, browsing through YouTube constantly to learn and look for that best strategy of them all, or even taking a trading plan that is very simple at heart and then over-optimizing it to a point where it becomes extremely complex with maybe 8-step entry models and then a bunch of little notes on the side regarding trend and higher time frame bias and zones of entry and all of these different concepts combining to create an extremely difficult and inconsistent trading plan. The reason we have so many funded traders in our community is because we fundamentally build the idea that not only is trading just probability based, but if you have full confidence and trust in your probabilities and your edge, it does not matter what you trade, you will find consistency within the market in the long term. Now, when I pull up some of these trades here, of course you can see data here on a chart and see that it looks pretty good, but when I pull up the actual trades here, I want at least some of you smart money traders out there who may have been struggling for a few years, kind of like we showed with Mark P, to really internalize and understand what I'm trying to show here. I'm not just showing you trades, I'm trying to show you that trading can inherently be very simple, especially for you smart money traders that understand your basic concepts, structure, liquidity, volume. These are very basic concepts that all of you know, and I don't use any of those more complex smart money concepts that I've studied for years and years myself. I studied concepts like confirmation entries, multiple time frame analysis, top-down analysis, discount and premium pricing on higher and lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute time frame trading and scalping. I have literally done it all, and I only began finding really good consistency in my trading when I simplified it as much as possible. And that's why we're going to start here by pulling up some of the trades from this week. Now, the reason I want to show USD CAD here is because we have a sequence of 3 trades that occurred. And many of you smart money traders right now can look at this and easily identify what these highlighted tools are. It is simply market structure. As you know, our trading plan is completely for free and downloadable in the description. And for those that have downloaded it, you may realize it is very simple, and that is the key behind this. And the key why so many of our traders are getting funded is, number one, is understanding that the simpler you trade, the more consistent you will be. But this also means you have to be willing to understand the market is probability based. I do not sit here and look at these trades and say, oh, this one was a premium and this one was a discount. Oh, you know, on the higher time frame, we were in a discount zone. We shouldn't have been shorting. I don't look at this and compare the lengths or distances of structure. I don't sit here and bring sessions and time or kill zones into this analysis. I'm literally looking at a chart, seeing that we have a break of structure and a bearish trend. I see a fair value gap, which just shows me that there's some volume behind it. And then, of course, I throw the Fibonacci on here and just enter at the 75%. And this consistently gives me returns over the long term where I'm seeing profitability. But the most important part is that full confidence and understanding that with a simple and consistent trading plan, yes, I'm going to experience losing streaks here and there and a couple losses in a row here and there, but overall the goal is that long-term growth and consistency despite some periods of drawdown. And I really try to enforce this because I myself was a smart money trader for years. I have seen trading plans where there is 8 different steps to the entry model. You might start on a 4-hour time frame, then drop to the 15-minute and draw out some zones. Hop on the charts during your kill zone or session, wait for that zone to be reached on the 1-minute time frame and then confirm it. I have traded this way in the past. I've studied all of these concepts, but the more simple and the more easy you can make your trading plan, the more consistent you will be overall with data and simply just understanding that long-term edge. These trades are not rocket science to many of you smart money traders out there, but the issue is some of you have this fundamental idea that better, more complex, and more intricate analysis means you're going to be a better trader with more profit, and it is unfortunately just not the case. If you are a trader who has been struggling for years, like the student we mentioned at the beginning of this video, and like many more of our students who are now funded and making payouts, this should be and hopefully is your wake-up call to understand that trading does not have to be that complex. AUDJPY, a very similar scenario. I'm simply just seeing a high and a low in a new break of structure in the range. I see a fair value gap here, and here, plenty of volume in that range, and I just simply draw my fib from the low to the high. I know some traders in my group took this low and they took the winner as well. I know some traders in my group took this low and they took a loss. Does it really matter? No, because we fundamentally understand that in the long term, there is a probability, there's different views on the market, and overall, if you trade your way with confidence, you will be profitable and you will get funded in the longer term. That is really one of the keys that we try to push here, is that idea that, yes, there's minor differences between this low and this low. Is there a right or wrong answer? No, it's simply probability. It's the same way if I flip a coin 10 times, I might get heads 8 and tails 2 times. Does that mean that I'm flipping the coin wrong? Of course not. It's just I need more repetitions, I need longer term perspective, and I understand that the more and more trades I take, the more that I follow a very simple and mechanical system, the better my data will be longer term, and the more profits I will make. Pound JPY, almost an identical scenario here. Price is just climbing upwards. We have a previous winner here where I simply have a high and a low once again. I see the break of structure, a sweep on liquidity, price works its way back down and in, taps me into the entry, and we make 3RR. Price kind of consolidates for a little while here, nothing too clear for ranges for me until I kind of see this most recent break of structure that occurred. We have a fair value gap in the range, and then I simply wait for price to tap me in, and once again, another 3RR trade. Now, if you want to take this even a step deeper, there were some traders in my group who took this most recent break of structure, and once again, a fib from the low to the high here, and another 3RR winner twice in a row. Of course, I mentioned my PC was in the shop, so I unfortunately did not get to capitalize on this trade, but I'm really just showing it to you to understand that simplicity overall. This is not rocket science. I know there are many of you smart money traders out here looking at this and just honestly scratching your head and wondering how could something so simple be profitable? And I promise you I was in the same exact boat. I make this video simply to hope that some of you can keep an open mind and understand that if you have a simple and mechanical system, full faith and confidence in that system, and then just wait for the long term and watch how it plays out, you will be profitable, and not only profitable, but you might break that barrier of actually getting funded and being consistent. Not only do we have so many members in our community funded, but it's also the payouts. We have people making tens of thousands of dollars with prop firms in just 2025 alone, and some of those people joined our community within the year and already funded and making their first consistent payouts. Let's head over here to the funded members. So, $250 payout. That was just yesterday. This one was sent. Esteban, another great trader with us, is mentioning the payout rule for him because he's about to achieve one as well. A little payout today. This was just 3 days ago, $630. Block we have here showing some trades off, and here he is with another $1,500 payout. Another phase one done from Simon. I mean, Tommy, never mind, got his credentials for a new account, his biggest funded account he's ever had. I could go on and on and on about our community and how proud I am of what we've built, but truly I say this because I want some of you to maybe take that leap and understand that if you are going for years on end in the same boat that I was in, I genuinely just like to help and want to help because I know the frustration, I know how complex SMC can be, I know the pain of constant inconsistency and feeling like you're so close. Sorry for the little rant here, but I truly am passionate about this because I was in the same boat as 90% of our students that we're showing here. And of course, if you don't want to take the leap and join the community, you can always reach out to me in DMs. I answer every single DM that I get. In fact, right after this video, I have a subscriber who sent me some data. I'm going to go over that data and record a video for it. And once again, maybe have that on the live channel in the following week. This is truly what I do and what I enjoy doing. I appreciate everybody who tunes in, and I hope you guys get some value from my videos each week. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy the content, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you are an interested trader, of course, just shoot me a message and we can chat and I can help you out as much as you need. And I will see you guys in next week's video.